From all of us here at K-9 Investigations, we hope you're having a great day. Police dogs are among the most loyal and devoted officers of any police force. They are highly trained and immensely dedicated. And they are usually the only police officers that are routinely called adorable. They are the four-legged officers of the K-9 unit. And whether they are searching for missing children or sniffing out suspicious packages, they are part of an outstanding tradition that extends back thousands of years. As long ago as 1,000 years before Christ, dogs were being used by the armies of Egypt to carry messages and to guard enemy encampments. And in hieroglyphs, many stories are told of the part dogs played in battles. Only glimpses of the ways in which dogs afforded protection are recorded. And not until we enter the era of modern history are any complete records to be found. Then, sometime early in the 14th century, the French began using them to guard naval installations and docks at St. Malo. This was the first known instance of dogs being used for police work. Their work must have been satisfactory, for the dogs continued to perform this task until the year 1770, when their use was discontinued after one of them accidentally killed a young naval officer out after curfew. Years later, the rapid urbanization of London in the 1800s increased public concern regarding the growing lawlessness, a problem that was far too great to be dealt with by the existing law enforcement of the time. As a result, private associations were formed to help combat crime. Night watchmen were employed to guard premises, and were provided with firearms and dogs to protect themselves from criminals. One of the first attempts to use canines in a different kind of policing was in 1889 by the Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police of London, Sir Charles Warren. Warren's repeated failures at identifying and apprehending the serial killer Jack the Ripper had earned him much criticism from the press, including being knocked for not using bloodhounds to track the killer. He soon had 2 bloodhounds trained for the performance of a simple tracking test from the scene of another of the killer's crimes. The results were far from satisfactory, with one of the hounds biting the commissioner and the dogs later running off, requiring a police search to find them. The Ripper was never apprehended, but the use of dogs as part of a police force continued. Dogs were next used in Paris in 1895 when local agents began using a canine corps to control gangs that were creating problems for the police. The success of the dogs impeding these gangs led to their use by the Germans in 1896, and it was in Germany that the first scientific and planned development of the police dog took place, with experiments in breeding, training, and utilization. Through their experiences with dogs in police work, the Germans selected the German Shepherd or Altasian as the breed best suited for their assigned duties, and the Doberman Pinscher as a second choice. In 1907, General Birmingham, police commissioner of New York City, sent George Wakefield to Gwent, Germany to study the police dog's operation and to return to New York with 6 trained Belgian sheepdogs for operational and breeding purposes. It was at this time that the first canine corps in the New World was established, and was met with some success. By 1911, New York had 16 dogs that were used for patrolling in the Long Island residential district in the same manner that they were used in Gwent. Years later in the United States, police dogs once had the reputation as attack dogs. This is largely because dogs were first employed by American law enforcement in riot control situations. Anyone who has ever seen a German Shepherd in attack mode can attest to the fact that the deep growl and those large incisors can be quite effective as an attitude adjuster. But in truth, the duties of most canine officers are generally much less aggressive. They are often used for search for drugs, weapons, and explosives. Some dogs also have roles in arson investigation, using their highly sensitive noses to locate chemical fire accelerants. Still, others are trained specifically as cadaver dogs. It is their job to locate the decomposing remains of accident and murder victims. Today, many different police dog breeds are required for the variety of tasks that they are called upon to perform. Where tracking, pursuit, and search and rescue are concerned, top police dog breeds include Australian Shepherds, Beagles, Bloodhounds, Labrador Retrievers, and Dutch Shepherds. When it comes to sniffer dogs, who locate narcotics and explosives, trusted police dog breeds include the ones just listed, along with Basset Hounds, Schnauzers, Spaniels, English Cockers, English Springers, and Weisenammers. Finally, special crowd control police dog breeds include tough and hardy dogs like Doberman Pinschers, Neapolitan Mastiffs, Pit bulls and Rottweilers. Because of the more sophisticated roles in day-to-day police work, K-9 officers undergo training that is in many ways more intense and rigorous than the training received by human officers. Often, this training begins not long after they are separated from their mother. A police dog is teamed with a human handler, and the dog and the officer will work as a team to forge a bond between dog and handler. The police dog usually lives with the officer's family. This not only encourages loyalty, but helps to ensure the dog remains friendly and sociable. What most civilians don't realize is that the K-9 officer are truly considered full-fledged police officers. Assaulting, injuring, or killing a K-9 officer carries the same punishment under the law as the same crimes committed against a human officer. In fact, most law enforcement agencies consider it acceptable for a human officer to open fire on a suspect that is intentionally hurting a police dog with the intent to kill it. Dogs killed in the line of duty are afforded a complete police funeral, bagpipes and all. While many civilians think that the ballistic vests and badges often seen on K-9 officers are merely cute, the fact is that these dogs are both needed and respected by their handlers and other members of their force. If you come across a police dog on duty, it is usually best to keep your distance. While you may see police vehicles with K-9 adored on the side, seeing police dogs themselves is relatively rare. These are well-trained, highly disciplined, and functional dogs. When they do appear, it is all business. Many states in America have laws on the books to protect police dogs from abuse or assault by members of the public while in execution of their duties. These laws are meant to keep us safe as much as these hard-working dogs who devote their lives to our protection and safety. What is your favorite breed of police dog? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to attack that like button and please share the video with friends. It really helps the channel. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. We upload this series every Saturday afternoon, and it also really helps the channel. Keen Investigation is now on Patreon. We are trying to upgrade to the Adobe platforms. This will cost $50 a month. What we are using now is very hard to work with. We really don't like asking, but YouTube is very hard when you first start, and we are not making a penny off of these videos, but enjoy making them very much. If you would like to help us improve the quality, anything would really help and is greatly appreciated. Thank you all for your support. We look forward to seeing you in the comments, and as always, have a great day.